Actress Amber Heard is in the headlines once again. Seems like a recurring trend here, but this time it's nothing to do with the defamation trial that took place between her and Johnny Depp. If you're living under a rock and somehow don't know what went on there, she was found responsible for all 3 accounts of defamation for the op-ed she wrote in the Washington Post, and has been ordered to pay Depp $10.35 million, although it appears that she's pretty broke. However, some people have suggested the theory that she may just hit up some of her celebrity boos for help with paying the money. So who might that be? Well, in a very recent report, it looks like something had been going on with her and actress Cara in the elevator of the building that she and Depp shared a penthouse in while they were together. It looks like she was caught making out with Cara. So far it's unconfirmed if it was actually them, and the grainy security camera footage that has been released does leave some uncertainty up in the air about whether or not it's the truth. But to me and many others, it looks like that's totally Heard and Delevingne. Many people are citing the appearance of Cara's iconic thick eyebrows in the pictures, and honestly, if you really look closely, I don't think it leaves much room for denial that it's the two of them. Either that, or it's a pair of lookalikes that happened to get into the elevator and make out. And the accusation of it being Amber and Cara together in the elevator isn't totally baseless, as was actually publicly revealed by the ex-husband of Amber Heard's friend, Rocky Pennington, Joshua Drew. In the video deposition that appeared to have been edited for the court, a man off camera asked Drew, "Did Rocky tell you that Amber Heard was having an affair with Elon Musk and Cara Delevingne while she was still married to Johnny Depp?" Drew responding with a simple yes, though admitting that he cannot remember the date of when this took place. The man then asks, "Did she ever tell you in words or substance while Amber was still married to Johnny Depp that the 3 of them, Amber Heard, Elon Musk, and Cara Delevingne, spent the night together?" And Drew says yes again. The man caps it off with one final clarifier saying, "So they were having what, a 3-way affair?" Drew saying, "Correct." So it looks like this definitely could have been them heading up to Amber's home, and maybe Elon Musk was waiting on the bed ready for a fantastic night. Elon, however, seems to not want to be involved in this accusation. In a statement he made to Page 6, Musk said, "Cara and I are friends, but we've never been intimate. She would confirm this. Also, I wish to confirm again that Amber and I only started going out about a month after her divorce filing. I don't think I was ever in the vicinity of Amber during their marriage." My only thought on that is that not all parties need to be intimately involved with each other to have been involved in the affair together. This also is not the first time that the security footage from this elevator has been brought to the public's eye, as we also saw that Amber Heard was seen with actor James Franco cuddling up together in that same elevator. I think at this point I'd suggest nobody bring a blacklight in there. Heard testified in court that Depp had been jealous of her relationship with then co-star Franco, and that she had brought him up to their penthouse after she had changed the locks on the doors, saying that she wasn't able to remember whether or not she had known that Depp was out of the house at the time. Right now, I can only wonder if any more footage from that elevator is going to come into the hands of the public, and just who else we might see making the climb with Amber towards the penthouse. For now, we can only wait and see.
In a video obtained by TMZ, last week Amber Heard has been seen shopping at a TJ Maxx in Bridgehampton, New York, Thursday afternoon, where she was accompanied by her sister Whitney Henriquez. When Amber noticed the cameras rolling, she hit the road as fast as possible. I mean, you can shop wherever you want really, but with her current financial situation, the internet has taken this and ran. If you don't know, Amber's lawyers have gone on record to say she cannot afford to pay the $8.3 million in damages awarded to Johnny by the jury in their defamation case. That is assuming Johnny Depp pushes to enforce it, which according to his lawyers he might not. Now with Amber doing press lately and trying to present evidence she says proves her case, it may force his hand, not to mention her repeated threats to appeal. It's a precarious time in Amber's life. She could be forced to pay the money she does not have, but she's also at risk of losing a lot of work going forward and hasn't been called for many roles recently. People are taking the shopping at TJ Maxx as a sign of her rough time. I'm not really a fan of anyone, really, to be honest, but I'm sure she was shopping a bit more lavishly before her current situation. But hey, Who really cares this much where the girl is shopping? Not me. But let's discuss it in the comments below because I'm sure we all have an opinion.
The Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp trial may seem like it has ended, but there is still a lot going on and a lot to figure out in the time following the decision. After Amber Heard was found liable on all 3 accounts of defamation towards Johnny Depp, thanks to the jury's verdict, she was ordered to pay just over $10 million towards her ex. It would have been a whopping $15 million if not for the judge lowering it due to the state of Virginia's statutory cap on punitive damages. So how is she actually going to manage to pay this without going bankrupt? I know most of us don't have $10 million sitting around to spare, and it seems that Amber Heard doesn't either. Amber Heard's lawyer Elaine Breedoff did an interview on NBC where she spoke out about the trial and the decisions that the jury had come to, saying that Heard will absolutely not pay the money to Johnny Depp because she's not able to, and they absolutely will be appealing the outcome. Elaine may have had her name become more famous due to the trial, but she was actually already quite well known in the world of law. Elaine has been included in the Best Lawyers in America every single year since 1997, and in 2009 she was named one of Virginia's most influential women in Virginia Lawyers Weekly. So it may come as no surprise that she is going to try and appeal the case to try and gain back some dignity after the humiliating and embarrassing outcome of the trial for her team. Elaine also stands by what Amber Heard said following the trial, in saying that it's a setback for women and victims of mistreatment. She was also heavily criticized for her comments against the jury, accusing them of having been swayed by the social media coverage of the trial, saying she strongly believes that the whole thing should not have been televised. Well, I know that us viewers were personally loving every second of it. However, Johnny Depp wasn't the only one with fans backing him up in the trial. Amber Heard also had a long line of supporters, crossing their fingers hoping for her to gain victory. It's easy enough to see if you go to Amber's tweeted statement following the decision, as the replies all appear to be her supporters. One of her fans took to the popular website GoFundMe to try and help out Amber after the trial. GoFundMe is a crowdfunding platform where people can make fundraisers for all sorts of things, from raising money for surgeries and kickstarting movies to trying to make a potato salad. I'm not making that up. The person who started this fundraiser was Kimberly Moore, and she claimed that Heard and her legal team had known of the GoFundMe and were a part of getting it set up. The description on the page said, "I believe Amber, and social media protected the abuser. The judgment exceeds her net worth. It's so sad that he was able to get away with it. The judgment furthers that abuse. If you can, please help her." The fundraiser had a set goal of only $1 million, a small part of the total that Amber needed to pull together. It wasn't able to last very long as GoFundMe's team flagged the page and pulled it down soon after it went up. A representative also revealed that Heard and her team had no involvement in the page or the money that would have been raised. So it's likely that what Moore had said on her page was false, her stating, "She will have direct access to the money. I also contacted her attorney so they can loop her in." Because I'm sure Amber Heard's team are desperate to pick up any phone calls or answer any emails that they are receiving in the firestorm after the trial. So why did they pull the page down? This wouldn't be the first time that someone has taken to the site for assistance with legal fees. Well, it's because Kimberly Moore had created the page for Amber Heard and her team, and because they were not actually involved. The site has something called the GoFundMe Giving Guarantee, and this violates its terms and conditions. This guarantee says that the money will be guaranteed to go toward who it's being raised for. Because Heard and her team had no confirmed knowledge or involvement in the page, it can't be guaranteed that the money would have gone to them. The good thing though is that anyone who donated is offered a refund, due to the fundraiser being, quote, shady and suspicious. Though I think anyone who's willing to help Amber Heard pay what she's owing should probably find something better to do with their money. While Amber's lawyer said that they will be appealing the verdict in the Fairfax County Courthouse, there are a few things Heard could be able to do if they didn't. She will have her property and her future wages claimed, with everything collected going to pay Johnny. This may be difficult for her as it looks like she may have trouble finding any significant roles in the future. She could also declare bankruptcy, waiving her need to pay anything towards Depp. She's got a lot on her plate, with both the damages, her lawyer's fees, and the pledge she needs to actually donate towards the ACLU. Her and her team are continuing to gain criticism from the public and social media, no been seeming to have much sympathy for her and her lawyer, especially after the excuses that came pouring out of her lawyer Elaine's mouth during her television interview. Amber Heard definitely has a long road ahead of her if she does choose to go forward with the appeal. While she may have grounds for it based on the past UK trial, one defamation lawyer from Los Angeles said that there's a 70 to 90% chance that an appeal would not change the verdict. She has within 30 days of the verdict to announce and begin her appeal, so we can only wait and see what happens if she and her team go forward with it.
Amber Heard denies she's been fired from Aquaman 2. It looks like Amber Heard may still be appearing in Aquaman 2 after all, as the actress has furiously denied reports of her being cut from the sequel. In light of the verdict, an anonymous source at Warner Brothers claims that the studio has made the decision to cut ties with Heard. They implied that after the film was screen tested, the studio decided to reshoot her scenes and only called Jason Momoa and Nicole Kidman back to set. However, a spokesperson for Heard fired back. Quote, "The rumor mill continues as it has from day one, inaccurate, insensitive, and slightly insane," and adding that the actress will in fact be reprising her role as Mera in the upcoming blockbuster, officially titled Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. However, the petition to have Heard fired from Aquaman 2 has built up so much momentum during the trial that it's hard to ignore. It's reached over 4.6 million signatures, making it pretty obvious that the film will be boycotted if Heard's role isn't cut. But those who have signed the petition might not be all that happy to know that Momoa was the one that was fighting for his co-star scenes to stay in the film. It was eventually revealed during testimony that Momoa and the Aquaman director, James Wan, were both adamant that she was in the film, and were, quote, "very committed to Amber." Momoa was probably advised not to make a statement about this because it would bring even more controversy to the release of the film. And for good reason. It's alleged that Momoa managed to renegotiate his salary for Aquaman 2 from an estimated $3 million to $15 million. Nice. Entertainment expert Catherine Arnold testified that Heard was fighting for her life to be in the film and was paid $2 million to star in the sequel. That's double the salary she reportedly received for the first installment. The movie would have been a really sweet gig for her considering the fact that she still owes Depp roughly $10 million and her reported net worth is only $3.5 million. So the math ain't mathin'. Heard has also testified that because of Depp's smear campaign, she was given a new script for Aquaman 2 with a very pared down version of her role. Quote, "They basically took a bunch out of my role, claiming that Mera only appears in 10 minutes of the film. But there might be another reason for that. During the trial, DC Films president Walter Hamada said in a pre-taped deposition from March 15th that Heard and Momoa weren't well matched as a screen couple. Quote, "They didn't really have a lot of chemistry together." He added, quote, "I think editorially they were able to make that relationship work in the first movie, but there was concern that it took a lot of effort to get there," which makes it pretty clear that Heard didn't get the role solely based on her audition, because even the best actors can't fake chemistry.